Hello, my name is Daryl Reed. I'm the Director of Finance at the Gaylord Texan.
And I'm Josh Libert, the Director of Revenue Management at the Gaylord Texan.
And we're just going to make a quick video here that discusses the basics of the STAR report and how we can understand the STAR report to make important business decisions in hotel revenue management. What the STAR report is a third company that's owned by Smith Travel Research. They conduct this STAR report that's given out on a periodic basis, usually weekly. We get weekly STAR reports and monthly STAR reports. And it helps us understand our market share, how much of the market share, our local market share, that we're able to achieve.
And when you look at the STAR report, it compares us against our competitive set. And we determine the competitive set generally by the hotels that we're competing with. Also, in most cases, in the management agreement, a specified competitive set is given to us. So you can have more than one competitive set that you're looking at any given time. It's important that you understand which set you're looking at as you start comparing the indexes and the growth year over year. Now, the two tabs we'll spend most time on today are first the glance report. The glance shows us what's happening for occupancy, ADR, and RevPAR in the current month, year to date, running 3 and running 12 months. So, for example, this hotel for the current month ran a 63.8% occupancy. Smith Travel Research records occupancy as sold rooms, so excluding any comp rooms. The competitive set in this month ran a 59% occupancy. The index then is calculated by taking our occupancy divided by the competitive set occupancy multiplied by 100. So a 108.0 index is what we did for this month. Another way to look at that is our occupancy is 8% higher than our competitive set. Again, in most management agreements, there are specified thresholds that need to be met, usually around RevPAR index, but important to understand what those thresholds are and how it compares year over year. So in this case, occupancy change for this year, we grew 24.6% compared to last year. Our competitive set lost 2.5%, so our index is 27.8% higher than it was last year for this given month.
Perfect. To now look, the same theory that Josh talked about under occupancy is also applicable under ADR. ADR simply stands for average daily rate and is simply for this, for our hotel, is $151.94, which means that that's our room revenue divided by our rooms sold. So our average rate per room sold was $151.94. For our competitive set, it was $131.27. The same division to reach the index, which means our market share, is 115.7. So our fair share in this scenario for the current month would be 100. So we're 115.7 over 15.7 basically over our fair share of market. Same thing if you look down here, percentage change over the previous year. You can look at current month where our index actually got worse. You can look at year to date, which you can look at trending for 3 months, running 12 months, and year to date to help color additional data.
And then as we look at RevPAR, and RevPAR stands for revenue per available room, you can calculate this one of two ways, either multiplying the occupancy percentage times the ADR or taking the room revenue divided by total rooms available. So in a given month, it would be your total rooms multiplied by 30 or 31 and using that to divide against the total room revenue for the given month or given time period. So this particular hotel has a 96.93 RevPAR compared to the competitive set of 77.51 for an index of 125 or 25% above fair market share. Again, in the management agreements, there's usually a specified RevPAR index target or threshold that needs to be met. You can see the RevPAR percent change for the given month. This hotel has grown 29.3%, while the competitive set is up 2.4%. So we've increased by 26.3%. Generally, if this number is positive, we deem it a positive month in RevPAR index change. So a pretty good month for this particular hotel.
And again, just to reiterate, there's two really big important factors that go at play here. One, we want to tell if we're winning against our competitive set, which we can tell here in these instances. And also, as Josh mentioned, we want to make sure we're staying in line with the expectations of the management agreement, which usually has a termination threshold index or stipulations around having a certain standard that's met by the hotel.
As you become more familiar with these indexes and ratios, it does get more complex as you go to tabs like the segmentation glance, which provides similar data by month and year to date, but it breaks it down by transient, group, contract, and total occupancy, ADR, and RevPAR, and puts it on one page. So as you become more familiar, you can get into more of the details and understand what's happening on a given day or within a given segment. But there's a lot of data here, and it takes time to get through. So take your time and learn the basics so that you can understand and have a good grasp of what's moving in your hotel forward.
And it's important to learn these as you communicate and interact with the ownership group and with your hotel peers and the regional team to make sure that you're understanding the trends that are affecting your hotel revenue. And if you're interested in learning more, Josh and I have another video that's more intermediate that talks about more additional tabs of the STAR report.
And you've always got a on-property expert in your Director of Revenue Management. Good luck.
Thank you.